Hey, what's going on? I got a really great question today from the 760 area code, and here it is. Hi, Rob. I like the new show. Thank you. I'm so glad you like the new podcast. I would love to know how to apply that book you recommended, The One Thing, to our style of trading. What a great question that is. I love that question because it's one thing to say, oh, we should all focus on something. And it's another thing to actually have a lesson on what that means. So let's get right into it. I want to show you what it means to me to focus on one thing in your trade. All right, here's something kind of interesting that doesn't happen very often. This is overbought. The oscillator went in above 70 or whatever your overbought reading is on whatever oscillator you like. But look, if you go to the higher time frame chart to the 30-minute chart, it's overbought. If you go to the 60-minute chart, it's overbought. If you go to the 4-hour chart, it's overbought. If you go to the daily chart, it's overbought. If you go to the weekly chart, it's overbought. In other words, it's like quintuply overbought, which is astounding. So today I sold the euro British pound. All right, so what does that have to do with focus? What does it have to do with the one thing? The answer is this. Let's say that strategy appeals to you. Looking for overbought conditions on multiple time frames at the same time. Great. It appeals to you? Fine. Pull up a chair, sit down, and never do anything else ever again except that strategy. Everything that you study from now on fits into that strategy. You buy a book about price action, or you study a course on volume profile analysis. The only reason you would do those two things is so that you can do more precise entries when you're ready to take a trade after it's been overbought on all those time frame charts. Once you pick one thing you want to focus on, a ton of other meaningless questions fly out the window. A lot of stuff that you don't have to study flies out the window, and you just do that. It's the hardest thing in the world for traders to do, is to focus, me included. But there are thousands of ways to make money. And I watch myself, I watch other traders switch between lots of different things because they take one loss, or they get frustrated because the way that it looked when they back tested the strategy isn't the way that it feels when they're trading it. But that doesn't mean it won't work. Focus is key. Focus is largely responsible for much of the success that people who trade for a living enjoy. All right, that's all I'm going to say about the one thing. I totally forgot to share with you a ton of clips from that trip I took to New York, so I thought we would just buzz right through those right now.
Yeah.
That's what I say. So where are we going? True New York lunch?
True New York lunch. We're going to this cart that's in front of Rockefeller Center that I go to every single week whenever I do Trading Nation, because these guys literally make the single best Greek food you ever tasted. Right?
This is how many children I want to have for us right here.
Really?
No.
I thought you were done with your...
So Boris is approaching
the best food ever.
Where do you film at? Where over there? Over there?
Right here, right in front of you is 30 Rock.
All right.
And on the 6th floor of this is where they do Saturday Night Live and Jimmy Fallon show. You want water? You want soda? What do you want?
Go get a water. Yeah. You excited about this?
Totally. Are you kidding me? It's my favorite meal of the week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, look at that, Boris.
Look at that. Look at this. This is a work of art, my friend.
All right, so that's the New York footage. I don't know why it stopped there, because we did a ton more stuff. I can't even remember why. Anyway, here's my new setup. I thought I'd show you this. There's my new setup on... I wasn't filming any of that. Let's try that again. So that's the camera setup. I thought you might want to take a look at that. That's a GorillaPod. I got that on Amazon, the idea from Casey Neistat. That's just a basic silver Hero 4 GoPro. And then that's a Rode Video Micro. Fluffy. And that's the whole... That's kind of the camera setup. It's really basic. As you can tell, it's nothing special. I've talked about a lot of things today. New York and focusing, but I want to finish off with just this basic idea. Focusing on something inexpensive, simple, and not getting complicated, not getting off course, and staying with something for quite some time, and really learning about it, and learning the ins and outs of it. I think trading is more fulfilling. I think doing this videos on YouTube or whatever with just a basic setup that wasn't very expensive, I think that makes sense for me. And then if I want to get more complicated later on, it'd just be a mistake anyway. Wait a second. I forgot one thing that I wanted to tell you. If you're interested in that triple overbought stuff that I talked about today, check the link below this video, and I have a blog post on robbooker.com about that strategy. We'll see you tomorrow.